get my dream, I moved from Brooklyn to Manhattan, and although the move from Brooklyn to Manhattan sounds glamorous, well, I brought my dysfunctional family with me, so it really wasn't. But I'm working all that out in therapy, which I call cabaret. This is group therapy.
Daddy always said that he married beneath him. That's what he said, that's what he said. When he proposed, he informed my mother he was probably her very last chance. And though she was 22, though she was 22, though she was 22, he married her. Life with my dad wasn't ever a picnic, more like a come as you are. When I was 5, I remember my mother dug earrings out of the car. I knew that they weren't hers, but it wasn't something you'd want to discuss. He wasn't warm. Well, not to her. Well, not to us. But everything was beautiful at the ballet. Graceful men with lovely girls in white. Everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was happy at the ballet. That's when I started class, up a steep and very narrow stairway, to the voice like a metronome. Up a steep and very narrow stairway. It wasn't paradise, it wasn't paradise, it wasn't paradise, but it was home. Mother always said I'd be very attractive when I grew up, when I grew up. Different, she said, with a special something and a very, very personal flair. And though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, though I was 8 or 9, I hated her. Now different is nice, but it sure isn't pretty. Pretty is what it's about. I never met anyone who was different, who couldn't figure that out. So beautiful, I'd never live to see. But it was clear, well, not to her, but to me, that everything is beautiful at the ballet. Every prince has got to have his swan. Yes, everything is beautiful at the ballet. I was pretty at the ballet. On the steep and very narrow stairway, to the voice like a metronome. On the steep and very narrow stairway, it wasn't paradise, it wasn't paradise, it wasn't paradise, but it was home.
I don't know what they were for or against, really, except each other. I mean, I was born to save their marriage, but when my father brought my mother home from the hospital, he said, well, I thought this was going to help, but I guess it isn't. Anyway, I did have this fantastic fantasy life. I used to dance around the living room with my arms up like this. In my fantasy, he'd be an Indian chief, and he'd say, Maggie, do you want to dance? And I'd say, Daddy, I would love to dance.